Hi guys, so you saw that I did the reading on Bolton, and now I don't know that I have a ton of time, but maybe half an hour. I want to go over several questions that I have. I think some of you have too about several things that are going on, obviously. So one of them is a if Trump will Trump be able to create a war for as a means to distract? Will succeed in creating a war? Because I feel like the appointment, this is another ramification of the Bolton question, which seems to be the reason for appointing him obviously would be that he would be pro-war. Okay, so the question is, will Trump succeed? And then another question I had was about Stormy, the Stormy interview. What does she have on him that he's so afraid of her? Okay, I did a reading a while back on her on one of the long readings. I think it showed that she's going to win eventually. But it would be interesting to see right now what role is she going to play? Okay, why he's so afraid of her? And the other question is for us: what can we do? What is the best thing for us to do? How can we deal with this time? Because I think it's very difficult. Maybe I'll do it this first. What can we do to survive this time before Mueller indicts people? It's very difficult. I speak for myself, and some of you also have mentioned this, to handle this time with this feeling that Mueller is not indicting anybody. It's very hard. Okay, so how can we survive this time? What is the best thing to do, the best attitude to have in this time before Mueller actually indicts Trump and his family? What is the best thing to do, the best attitude to have right now as we are in this limbo period waiting for Mueller to do something? What is the best thing to do? What's the best attitude to have in this time? Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to do 5 positions. I think this will be interesting. Just a quick reading. I think this will be helpful for all of us. Okay, let me start with that. So what can we do? What can we do? What's the best attitude to have, the best thing to do this time when we are in the limbo before Mueller indicts the big players, Trump's family, and those involved in the election stuff? The best thing to do in this limbo period when we wait to see what's going to happen next. Now let's see what the cards say. Okay, so center. Oh, interesting. The devil. This is very interesting, guys. The center. It's telling us that it's sort of like we are literally encountering the devil, right? So if we think about what the devil brings, it's all about an illusion. So we have to, it's like literally, it's the task. How do we are encountering the devil? Well, how do we deal with this? It's an illusion, and we can't be afraid. That's what I'm getting out of it. So interesting. The sun, interesting. So wow, guys, this is powerful. So the sun is encountering the devil. So the sun, meaning the truth, the dark truths are being exposed. So this is, okay, again, the question is, what is the best way to deal with what we're living? And what is the best attitude to have? Either doing things or having a specific attitude or mindset. So understand that the truth is being looked at and the devil is being exposed, okay? This is the center. This is first position, the moon. It's like sort of like a lack of clarity. Oh, interesting. This is perfect, guys. These 2 cards are very connected. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know. There's a lot of lack of clarity. It's like the smoke and mirrors effect. So this is the beginning, okay? Number 1. And then, I'm sorry, I put this in the cross position, and I keep saying this is actually position 2. So it's right before. Okay, so on top we have the whip again, fighting. What else? Magician. This is us. I would think we have the power to transform thoughts into reality, and we fight. Okay, we fight. This is interesting. Averting an ending, creating an ending, news of an ending, okay? Interesting. Huh, God willing. This is a spy card. Lilies is a spy, right? Lilies is dotard. The dotard card. He's a spy, okay? This is defeat. Defeat foreign power. So the foreign power helped with the defeat. This is a real mistake, but the fool upside down is an actual fool, the lady. So we're going to rush the stuff. So stuff, this is the left. I'm just showing card by card and then putting this story together. This is Queen of Swords, meaning reason and knowledge. I mean, reason and kind of a cool mind. This is a lot of money. This is a group of people behind the scenes, reputation. So, okay, let's see. Now, let's organize this together. You know, it's funny. I don't know why. This is not, it's funny. I wanted to do something a little short in this, but that's okay. Okay, so just going back here, we have the defeat caused by the foreign power, assisted by the foreign power. This is the first column. There's a lot that we don't know that's behind the scenes. It's like the foreign power, the foreign shade, the foreign shady stuff, okay? The foreign lack of clarity. Essentially the lack of, it's almost like, I remember I did that meditation of like we were going to break through the dark clouds is exactly what it is, I think, okay? So the foreign influence created defeat. This is a really serious mistake. It's sort of like recklessness. Okay, they were reckless mistakes through the foreign power here, in the case Russia. Okay, so they made reckless mistakes. They were with the help of Russia. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that is hidden. Okay, this is the left. So context. On top of us, we have the magician. So we have the power, and we fight. So we fight because we have the power, and we fight through this power that we have. Okay. And this is the power. We fight through the light. Interesting. Oh my God, this is we are light warriors, right? So the fighting, the bickering and the fighting is through light. So the way that we win is through the light, meaning looking into truth. And where the light is really looking at right now is working to expose the devil works, meaning the illusion, okay? And this is causing an ending. So the illusion, the fighting through the light will bring the news of an ending. I believe this is what it's saying. So we have the power to fight by using light, and this light will bring the news of an ending, of the painful endings. Will cause this painful ending. Okay. And then we have here the reason. And a lot of money and a lot of people. Okay, the fish also means many of something. So it could mean money, but I think it could also mean people. Okay, this means, I'll show you how it means two things in one reading, because if we look at it through column, it means one thing. If we look at it as a row, it means something else. This is the spy card, and this is dotard. Dotard is a spy, essentially. Okay. And we have the shady group of people, and that is not shady. It's upside down. It's not upside down, so it's okay. It's like the Illuminati people and the group, okay, and their reputation, what is known, okay, what is seen and what is recognized. So what we have here, I think, is the sense that money, a lot of money, through dotard, created the reputation. It's going to be also going to be known. We're going to become known. So the financial dealings and so forth. Okay, all right. So if we put it together like side by side, it's very, very, very interesting, because we look here. First, we have foreign aggression, right? We have lack of clarity. It's like the cloud covering the light. We have the Russian news. news about Russia. And then when we put the last thing together, on top, the first row, I think I like to bring your attention to to the foreign aggression through money, okay? Foreign aggression that came as a result of money, or that was discovered through money, okay? And then at the center we have what's hidden will be exposed as whatever is hidden is related to lilies. And then we have here the lady, news about the lady will become known. Okay, so essentially I think what this is telling us, because we have to remember now, what is the question? The question is, how can we people deal with this moment of limbo? Okay, so if this is an advice, I think this means think of the clarity to expose the devil, the exposed truth. And we can fight the foreign aggression through numbers. If we flip the question like this, foreign aggression through numbers, right? In sense of like, we can fight the foreign aggression as a collective, okay? And then here, and then I think it's showing news of the Russian aggression, the Russian moves will become known, okay? And the money will become known. And this, because the sun is at the center, this is very significant, okay? So this is nice, guys. I feel like even just the center is enough, right? Because it's like, this is the moment we have to kind of focus. This is actually gives me a lot of clarity. But our role is really to like act like the sun, and to like even mentalize it, be like, oh, we're the sun, and we kind of like shine this light into everything that's dark and expose everything. And that's how we win, essentially, is exposing everything and like imagining meditations about the light exposing everything. I think this is clear. Now I'm going to put out more cards to see what they say and to add them to this. Okay, so as a collective, what can we do to survive this period of lack of clarity, right? Or of like, not just lack of clarity, this limbo period where before Mueller issues indictments. What can we do? What is the attitude to have, and or what are the things we can do to survive this period of limbo before Mueller issues further indictments, okay? All right, so let's see here. We can do so. Interesting, Vedovo. Interesting. This is a loss, right? This is a widower. So we're mourning. It's interesting because it's like this is a card of a person who is stuck in the past, right? It's like mourning a loss, but it's also a warning in the sense of like we are obviously this is real. This is a present thing. It's not that we're stuck in the past, but I see it as a warning to like don't be gloomy, but think of like, yes, it's been a very dark period of loss, but at the same time move beyond the darkness, okay? So let's see here. What do we have? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So we have domestico means serving, being helpful. Okay. So this is on the left. Let's see what's on top. Well, the Jed's upside down. I think it's like, I don't know. I see it as like take stock of where you are, and I kind of like I feel like it's a little bit like you don't have as much mobility and it's serious, but I think it's like take stock of everything that's happening. Interesting. Bad news. Which is interesting. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to pull out the cards and see. This is like, it's going to come when we least expect it. This is what I see it as like, okay, you know what something's coming. It's coming soon. Be on the lookout for it. Like this, I think it's either the news doesn't come, or it doesn't come when you expect. You're not prepared for it, or it wasn't on schedule. Let's see here. We have Doni Servizi upside down. That means the person wasn't so. Anyway, here the Torre is a problem. Okay, so let's see here. Just pulling out. Oh, interesting, guys. Desgrazia, war stuff. Okay, very dark stuff coming out. Okay, problems with the. Okay. Very dark, like, stuff. So, okay. Anyway, so essentially, guys, again, the question is, what can we do? Let me put these here then. Oh, hi.
We're closing in half
Oh,
an
yeah,
hour.
okay. So, I'm at a library of the school I went to. So they're like closing the building. Anyway, not the building, this the library. Anyway, so this is okay, so this is hold on, let me show you this because I think this is pretty interesting, okay? This is like it's almost as if I'm trying I feel like there's a moment of like I think we're not allowed, we're kind of like unable to kind of like exercise our light, like in a way we're still stuck in this darkness because through this bad news. Okay, this is the present, and I'm thinking I think this is a warning, right? In a way, be careful to not try to move beyond the bad news. It's like like the negativity where I feel like it's a good moment to look into the sun again. Okay, that we have to be active. We can't be paralyzed. And at the same time, we have to remember that the good news comes after the bad. Okay, the bad news is not forever, and that we still have a role to play in terms of projecting the light out. Okay, and we have here, the person is not serving, I think it's Trump, through people like posing as people who are helpful, but ultimately they create even more problems. So I feel like it's not only, yeah, it's not only that the election stuff, the foreign invasion, is that now when they got to the government, they are actually not serving and not helping at all. Okay, and dottore means solution, finding a solution upside down. It means there's no solution. It becomes, they create even bigger problems, which we know that's true, right? We know that to be true. Again, this is on the left. Now, here it's a little bit challenging. Let me pull out another card here. Let's see. Yeah, interesting. So the question again, this is like the future, and the question is, how do we deal with this period of limbo? I feel like this, if anything, this was the Queen of Wands. Like, remember, I think it's about truth and about justice and reality. Like, we have to keep, at the same time that we shed the light, we have to like be grounded. Now, this is kind of disturbing, guys, the whole thing about disgrazia upside down. Okay, and I feel like essentially, I feel like, and I don't want to be like alarmist or anything, I just feel like once everything comes out, okay, and I think it's going to be very soon, it looks like from here, there might be a reaction from them, okay, when he's exposed as an enemy, okay, there's going to be a huge disgrace, or like something dramatic could happen. He's not okay, this is, I'll show you here. He's not expecting to lose the money. It's like money upside down. There's like, again, going back to his financial issues. So he's not expecting to lose the money all at once. Okay, and all the money that was, you see below, related to the foreign power, because we have here Viaggio upside down. So things are not, yeah, and his fortune upside down. So all the money that came from the foreign shadiness is going to go, okay, I think. And it's the last, it's the future. So essentially, guys, what this is saying to us, and I don't want to, like I said, I feel like Soulite Hypnotherapy, I think her name is, Kristen, I really like her. It's not Kristen Langston, it's just it's whom I really like too, of course. But I feel like she saw there was this card that came for her as well, like this upside down, also this grazie upside down. And I feel like, and again, it could be that I'm trying to be positive here, is that there's grace, and the worst things are going to come for Trump when he's exposed, finally exposed as an enemy. Okay, and I don't know if he's going to try to go to war, but what I see here really is the sense that don't worry. Well, it's not, we can't not worry. That's not possible. But what I think it means is essentially that justice is going to come to him. He's going to lose everything. Okay. And what we can do here is like to not, it's like remember your vitality and exercise the vitality, because the news, the bad news is going to come like for him. Okay. It's coming. He's going to lose everything, but it's just this is a moment of like, this is just a moment of like exposure, okay? And the devil is at the center, and the sun is at the center too. So collectively, I think this means that he's doing everything he can to throw mud into whatever, so that he's not, I feel like he's trying his best to avoid his fate. The fate is sealed here. That's what I feel like, okay? He's losing the money. All his money comes from foreign powers, and he's exposed as an enemy, and that's just the biggest, everything comes burning, crashing down for him. I don't think this is us. I really, and again, it could be that I am, positive. I want to be positive, but I really believe that, guys, because it's saying that in the future, what is the question is that there's an exposure of the enemy, and it's a disgrace. And I think we haven't even seen I feel like the sense here is that, let me pull out more cards, is that there's going to be a lot of like bad stuff that's going to happen to him. Okay, let's see, here he is. Letter, he gets the letter about his partners, an enemy. Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, I feel like, again, this card comes up a lot for him, the partners, and the partners are enemies, okay? Are known as like the partner, essentially enemies mean probably, I guess, the Russians, right? Because it's a Russian investigation. So there's all of that coming out, okay? Now let's see here, just for the last thing, okay? This is the Kipper card. So let's see again, the question is, what should we do in this period of great darkness, right? In the sense of like, it's darker before the light, or like what can we do, right? So I'm trying to think here. What is the best attitude to have, or what are the things we can do before Mueller issues indictments, okay? Okay, so what do we have in the center? Interesting. Expectation. So it's coming. We're expecting, right? It's exactly how we feel. This is expectation. And then let's see here, unexpected money. Here, I'll show you the cards, and then we'll talk about his thoughts. He's worried. We are worried, right? Not him. It's been a long, it takes 4 hour meeting. Okay. Rich girl, money again. Money, money, money. An ending, okay. High honors. Work. Okay, so let's see more here. The little child. Gift. Prism, yes. Okay. So guys, yeah, so I'll just show you here, because I'm adding layers of cards, right? So then we have on top of this, the person is not serving. It's like, this is a card of shallowness, not just money. So the whole thing was motivated by money for Trump. He's not serving. He only cares about money. We know that. And then we have here, we have unexpected money, meaning money that can be explained. So he faked being a servant only to hide, right, the Russia stuff. What do we have here? We have, the clouds, the moon and everything. So yeah, so all the money that he has can't be explained, essentially. and there's an ending. This is causing an ending. So I feel like this is really his motivation, guys, really, again, reminding us that it's funny, everything goes back to Trump, but I have to remember, what is the question? The question is, what is the best attitude to have before, as like in this moment of limbo, before Mueller gives like indictments? It's just saying that all his money is going to create the ending. It's reminding us again, and it's showing us that, you know, we have again, the magician and the whip. We have the power to fight, but we have to remain vigilant, and we are worried. Obviously, we know that to be true. We are very worried. We have an expectation, yes. The expectation here, yes, we're very, we expect, we want some, we're worried, we're expecting, we're anxious. And we have been feeling like this for a long time, right? Exactly. We're expecting, we're waiting, and oh my God, yeah, expecting this for a long time. And then the very end here, we have, first we have the high honors and little child. So not just him, but people in high honor. So it's Trump, but also people are his associates, okay? So this justice and disgrazia is going to come to him and his associates. And then we have meetings and receiving a gift. I think, guys, this could also mean the people, you know, how like whoever they met with and whoever they got money from, okay? This is further clarification, okay? So, and then at the very end, we have work, prison. So his work, whatever he has done, will lead to prison. So I feel like it's saying essentially, this is going to happen. The last card is prison, thank God. Okay? But it's like, it's just a weird anxious, and it takes forever. It's very normal. And if we look here, ending for a long time leads to prison. So this ending of possibly stuff that he has built over time is gonna lead to prison. So like there's an ending of everything that he has built over time, and he's gonna go to prison. Unexpected money, we know that, and everybody he has met with and got money from, worry about finances and the little child. So essentially, guys, if anything, the best attitude to have is like, we have to still wait. There's not much that we can do essentially, but project the light, if anything. Project the sun exposing everything that's hidden. That's really the best thing here. Okay, we see, believe that this, I feel like, again, it's showing over and over and over again that hidden money is his ending, and that his business partners are gonna, you know, he's gonna be exposed as an enemy, like literally an enemy and a spy, and his money is gonna be taken when he, like, the sense I got here, guys, is really this, I feel like I've seen this on and off, okay, this idea that when Mueller hits, is going to be disgrazia upside down for him. It's going to be quick and ruthless. And I feel like it makes, I know it's hard for us to think about it because it's so depressing, okay? But essentially, when Mueller hits, is going to be the real thing. It's going to be like, there's no escape, okay? And that's like the rats, kind of like, I don't believe, again, this is war, like other people may have thought of the card is terrible. I just see it as like the worst things that could happen will happen to Trump. It's just that we're in a limbo period, okay? And we can't let the spirit, we can't have the spirits, our spirits, be down, because we have the power to project this light, to help the light shine. Sorry, I'm like putting the cards back together and talking to you guys, because still, I feel like so many questions. It's nice. Actually, I'm enjoying doing this, guys, too, because it's kind of like fitting into my other things that I'm doing. I take a little break, I do a reading, and then I go back to other things. So anyway, so this is nice. Okay, so yeah, so it's gonna get better, I think. It looks like pretty soon, but again, guys, what I'm getting here is that once it's gonna happen all at once for Trump. Okay. It's not going to be like, oh, a little bit here, a little bit that. No, because as it becomes clear that the whole thing is a lot more serious than just quote unquote obstruction of justice, and that after they took over, it became even worse. It wasn't just that they stole the election, but they're kind of actively undermining everything. It's a national security issue, not just, right? So it's going to be bad, guys. Whenever this comes down, all right? I think it's gonna be very bad for Trump. And again, now I get it. I get it more. Okay, the more readings I do, the more I understand why. Sometimes I feel like I empathize a little bit more because it's like the whole thing has to be done at once. Okay, because otherwise, think about it, the danger they pose. Okay, the danger they pose. So anyway, all right. So I'm gonna stop here and then I'm gonna upload this. Okay. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.